Do you want to score a free gift this Christmas in July? For just $47, you can get a yearly all-access subscription to Creative Fabrica or extend your current plan by 1 year. But you'll also receive a premium EasyWeed HTV and Essential Toolkit from Siser, worth $55 for free. So you can unleash your creativity with premium crafting tools and millions of assets from Creative Fabrica. And it's the gift that keeps on giving. Extend your all-access subscription multiple times and receive multiple gifts. Don't miss out, as this offer is only available from the 1st till the 31st of July. Be sure to claim your gift by August 20th. Unwrap magical deals and free gifts this Christmas in July with Siser and Creative Fabrica.
Boom! And just like that, another Siser Live. We're having some fun, and this one is a really, I know I say this every week. I feel like I say this every week as the entire room is laughing at me behind the camera right now, and that this is a really fun, exciting live. I'm just going to get right into it today. We have partnered with our friends over at Creative Fabrica once again to offer something really, really cool. I know that we had a quick little intro video, so you got to kind of see what this deal is all about, or what is actually going to happen in between the Creative Fabrica and the Siser team. But today, not only are we going to talk about this awesome opportunity, we're going to also do a quick project. And guess what? A few days from now, it's 4th of July. I mean, it is time to celebrate and have 4th of July themed stuff and keep the fireworks to a minimum this year. Remember, dogs do not like fireworks all the time, guys. I'm only saying this in case my neighbors are watching. Please keep it calm. But anyway, it's 4th of July, so we're going to hop in to a really fun project that you guys can do at home. We're going to use some of the elements over from our friends at Creative Fabrica. We have this awesome bundle we're going to get into, but just to go around the room really quickly, because we have somebody standing in for somebody that has the same name as somebody and something. So I'm going to go around the room, say hello. I also want to, because this is a joint live between ourselves, our friends over at Creative Fabrica, and I'll be going through the project. I want to be able to introduce us at Siser to anybody on the Creative Fabrica side that hasn't had a chance to know Siser or use Siser products. And I also want to do the same for our audience so that you guys know where you can get incredible assets, SVGs, designs, graphics, and all of those kind of things. So before I get started, hello everyone out there. My name is Patrick Ali. I am a lead educator and video production team lead here at Siser. So pretty much everything video related, education related comes from my incredible team upstairs. And just to introduce a couple of the team members from the video side, you guys know them. For anybody that watches the Siser Lives, you love him. He hits the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. Keeps us all organized visually on camera and looking good. But it's none other than Trev. Say hi, Trev.
Hello, everybody.
Alrighty, and so also we normally have who we call the Sultan of Syllables, a grammatical gatekeeper, but today we have the Sultan of Syllables number 2, I'm going to call it, the grammatical gatekeeper for today, number 2, and also another Adam in the room is our very own Adam Z. Say hi, Adam.
Adam subbing in for Adam today.
I like it. And for anybody out there that watches our lives, you already know who this is. But for anybody brand new to us here at Siser, any of our Creative Fabrica friends, we have a maestro of every evening or every live. We do this at noon, and I always say evening. But you know her. She handles everything in the background. She's answering your questions. She's managing the team upstairs, making sure that all of your questions are being answered, rather. And I just found out she's having a pretty solid, maybe 4th of July party. No invites to us, though. It's fine. It is what it is, but it's none other than...
Hi, Anna!
Alrighty, so hopping in today, I just want to get right into this for any of our audience, for any of the Creative Fabrica audience that's watching in maybe for the first time and might not know who Siser is. Siser, we are the world leader in heat transfer material manufacturing. That means that we make the material that you cut, weed, and apply to whether it's a garment, or maybe you're in the sign making business, or you like to make stickers at home. We also have a wide range of adhesive materials that you can also cut, weed, transfer, and apply to any hard goods, plus a large line of printable materials, which we'll get into here in a moment, and we'll talk a little bit about what that means. But we're going to do a really fun project today, and we're going to do a mixed media project where we're actually going to be using EasyWeed, our standard line of heat transfer material. We're going to create a quick project. Actually, I'm pulling a project from Creative Fabrica's library, and then we're going to actually apply it to wood. So it's going to be a fun project, but first, I have to tell you a little bit about our friends over at Creative Fabrica for any of our audience that might not have known or don't know Creative Fabrica. Here's the thing. Creative Fabrica is like your go-to place for anything crafty. I know from personally using Creative Fabrica that they have over 15 million assets. That's fonts, that's graphics, that's SVGs. Anything that you need for like your cutting machines at home, whether you have a Romeo, a Juliet, a Cricut, a Silhouette, and any of those kind of things, they have all of that for you. But the benefit is because Creative Fabrica has all of those SVGs, PNG files, design assets galore, and fonts, they can be used and combined with all Siser products. So that's what our project's going to be today, is utilizing a design that's in Creative Fabrica's mega bundle that we're going to be tackling. And then we're going to grab some heat transfer vinyl. We're going to show you exactly how to create with those things. Now, all these files that are in Creative Fabrica, even before we get started, just want to make sure you guys know these are already like optimized and ready to go in SVGs, PNGs, JPEG, DXF files, and all of these are have a personal license and commercial license attached to them. So if you are an All Access member to Creative Fabrica, you have actually a commercial license to their large library of designs. And the All Access subscription, obviously, as some of you guys know who may be using Creative Fabrica, or maybe you haven't used it, but that All Access subscription just gives you unlimited downloads to access to pretty much everything. And the subscription themselves are at like a crazy, crazy discount, which we're going to get into here in a minute. As you heard from the video, you're getting 1 year of All Access Creative Fabrica for a simple $47. That's an entire year of Creative Fabrica. I'm going to say this again. An entire year of Creative Fabrica for 47 doll hairs. All right, 47 buckaroonies, 47 of them greenbacks, whatever's in your wallet, 47 of them, pull it out, you give it to Creative Fabrica, you get 15 million assets. It's incredible. And the nice thing is that this year we're doing something a little bit different. You get a little included Siser Christmas gift, because this is Christmas in July, but you get this awesome sampler pack, rainbow sampler pack from us here at Siser. And I mean, everything in here, plus you're gonna get a little brochure, because you know, we gotta constantly keep you educated. We gotta keep you up to date on all things Siser and what's going on. You'll also get really fancy schmancy tool pack too, so you'll get a weeder and you'll get a pair of tweezers from us, from Siser here, and you'll get a couple of info cards as well, just some more reading, some more ideas, hopefully inspiration, and hopefully quick walkthrough or two on how to do one or two things. So I know that this value total is like $55 by itself. So you're essentially getting over 15 million assets. You're getting an incredible amount of things with just signing up for Creative Fabrica, but you also get some free gifts from us. And you know, in every live, I'm going to be showing you how to do a fun project, so that's what we're going to get into today. But I do want to talk up front, and then I'm going to also tell it on the end on how to get this deal. Now, what you're going to do is you can get the All Access deal right on Creative Fabrica's website at creativefabrica.com, or I know that Anna will be dropping our affiliate link so that you guys can go directly to the Siser landing page through Creative Fabrica. And when you purchase, what you're going to do is you're basically going to get an email reminder just to redeem a gift. So it'll be a simple gift redemption. I already kind of went through the process of claiming my free gift, so there's a quick form that you have to fill out. It also is designated US, Europe, Mexico. So man, no matter where you're in the world, you can get access to this gift as well. But you're simply just going to fill out that form, and then you'll get a confirmation message rather that I got from Creative Fabrica to redeem that request. But if you do have any questions on the deal, or you have any questions on getting the gift, because usually you guys know anytime we do these things, we're coordinating with their team's coordinating with us. So I'm going to tell you up front, it could take up to 8 weeks. Okay, it could take a little bit of time to get it out there, but we're going to get it in your hands. And if you have any questions or you need any help, especially from the Creative Fabrica side, being that it is their software that we're going to be using, there's simple. On the website, there's a support button, or you can send a quick email to hi@creativefabrica.com. So I just want to make sure that we went over exactly how to get this opportunity, exactly how to get the free gift and claim it. I'm also going to make sure that we go on the tail end of this live and we'll re-explain it. So if you're not watching right now and you're hashtag replaying, maybe you missed that quick intro, don't worry, I'll go over it again towards the end. But before we hop in, let's kind of see who's watching in let's head over to Facebook first. You ready, Anna? Sorry. I know you guys
present.
do. You got a bunch of stuff going on in the background.
The
so.
comments are blowing up. I
Nice.
think we've got some people in, longtime Siser fans, but also some new folks
I
chiming
love
in.
it.
We've got Creative Fabrica hanging out
Hey.
with us, so say hello to them.
Hello.
We've got Crystal. We've got Kim. A lot of them are
Nice.
saying they either have renewed or already claimed the deal, so they're excited to join in. We
awesome.
got April Rhodes. We got Sue Crafts.
I love
Hello,
it.
you guys. Tony's in the house. Siser, of course.
Yeah,
It's
very
going
cool.
crazy over
So
here.
not only do we have a ton of you guys in watching and hanging out with us, and again, I'm going to get in the project here in a moment, but we also have a lot of our team upstairs and from around the U.S. I know Melissa's over on YouTube right now. Melissa's our reseller and distribution coordinator all the way over in California, is hanging out with us to help answer those questions as well. So if you have any, drop them down below. Creative Fabrica is sitting in this live too. They can also answer any questions for you on the fly because I want to get into a project, and you guys already know I talk too much before I get into these projects. We've gotten the comments, we get it. But really quickly, let's just go over to YouTube, see who's chiming in, see what people are saying. And then from there, we're going to hop into a really, really fun project. So over on YouTube, what do we got so far? Let's see. Ooh. So we got a few people in here. We got Babs in here. We got Tasha in here. Creative Fabrica is also hanging out with us over on YouTube. Debbie Browning, Little Gray Squirrel said just in time for fall and Christmas crafting. We're doing it all together today, which is going to be really, really fun. Melissa, like I said, Melissa's in there too. I miss you, Melissa, as well. And Roseanne Heller's in here. We got a ton of people. So there's a bunch of people in right now hanging out with us, having some fun. So here's what we're going to do. Part of the Creative Fabrica deal is there is a mega bundle right now that is on the Creative Fabrica website that's broken up into a few different parts. And there was a ton of designs. And these are a 4th of July theme. These are Christmas theme. These are kind of themes from all over the season. And what I did is I broke down that mega pack on my side, and I actually pulled a file that I think would be perfect and fitting right before the 4th of July. And this is just going to be a fun, quick little door sign that we can create together. And it's just a really, really fast one. We're going to use some of the material inside the pack so you can see what the actual materials themselves are. And then maybe I'll half open the packs because I want to be able to give this one away if we need to as part of our pack. What's up, Anna?
Just one question that I've seen a couple times so far and want to have you address out loud. What if they already have an all-access subscription to Creative Fabrica?
Listen, there's never a better time than to renew and take advantage of low prices while prices are low. And if you already have it, renew or extend your subscription and you get a free pack. Listen, I'm not going to throw it out as a little cheat, but between you and me, I'm a crafter. If I renew a few different times, it looks like I'm getting more than one pack. I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there for the masses. The more that you subscribe, obviously, and the more that you engage with Creative Fabrica's website, the more opportunities you have to grab a pack. So if you already are registered or already have a subscription, what you're going to do is extend that subscription. You can extend your subscription multiple times if you want, and each one, we're going to send you a fancy schmancy pack. Now, you're going to have too many weeders and too many tweezers if you do it too many times, so it looks like you got to find some crafty friends maybe share some of it with too, okay? Is that good answer? Perfect. All right, so we're gonna hop directly into Leonardo Design Studio. For anybody that's not familiar with Leonardo Design Studio, it's going to be actually really important for this project. There are a few different pages that I wanna travel really quick. So inside Leonardo Design Studio, not only do we have a full design library that you can choose from that's loaded with a bunch of different assets, but we don't need that because we're using a asset package from our friends over at CF. But there's a material library, and here's why this is important. If you haven't heard of Leonardo Design Studio, if you haven't seen or had a chance to play with the Romeo or Juliet, as I know people in the comments will be talking about it, we have a design library, but we also have a material library right inside Leonardo Design Studio. Why is that important to you? Well, as part of this pack that you get a bunch of Easy Weed materials. So what I can do is I can go down to the heat transfer materials, select Easy Weed, and now I have every single color available in the Easy Weed line, which also coincides with all the colors that you get in the pack. And you can kind of see in the background, you're getting black, silver, white, gold, yellow, red, pink, orange, you're getting purple, navy blue, green, and royal blue, all within one pack that's 12 colors. And it's a foot of each color, it's 12 inches. So you're getting a lot of material right within this pack here. But I can go over onto into Leonardo Design Studio, find my Easy Weed Orange, and for anybody that's new to heat transfer material, I can go ahead and select that. It's going to give me a little color swatch so I know it's orange. And then also it's going to give me a quick blog style post on the product itself. Let me know whether it's laser friendly. And if you guys don't know, majority of our products here at Siser are laser friendly, which means if you have a laser cutter at home, you can cut our material. What is layerable, not layerable? Whether it's an iron-on product or maybe it's an adhesive product will also be there. And you guys already know the most important thing with all of our materials at Siser is the certifications, because all Siser materials are CPSIA certified, OEKO-TEX approved. There is a vegan OK. There's a ton of certifications, and I'm really excited about a video coming up pretty soon where we're going to show you finally all of the different certifications we have and why those are important to you and to your work space. Okay, so with that, it also is going to let us know what these materials apply to. Now we're going a little bit outside of the realm of possibility of what we say we can apply to, because we're going to actually apply to wood today. However, you also have all of your home application for heat pressing. So whether you're using a home iron, whether you're using a heat press, all the instructions are there for you. So as you get up this awesome deal with Creative Fabrica, make sure that you download Leonardo Design Studio as well, which is also available on our website, absolutely free to you at CiserNA.com. There's a Leonardo Design Studio tab. You can download the software and you can start playing with these files already. So get familiar with it. We don't ask you for anything. We just ask that you play with it and you give us your feedback. That's all we want. So let's go in. I found this really cool Sweet Freedom design inside this mega bundle that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica's website. And it's a really, really cool design. I think it's easy. It screams the holiday season. It's an awesome interchangeable door sign. And I actually got, over from one of our retail friends, we have some wood. Now I was testing some painting on this wood too, just to play around with it. But we're going to actually be decorating this one with just 2 of the colors that come in the pack. Show you a really quick, fun, and easy project. So I'm going to go ahead and set that down to the side. And we're just going to hop into Leonardo, and I want to do a couple of quick measurements before we really get started into this project itself. Now, the first thing is first. On the overhead cam, I have my piece of wood laid out. I need to measure. Now, most of these obviously have a little sticker on it that will tell you how wide it is, but in the event that we don't have that, I'm just going to basically take a piece of measuring tape somewhere in the center, and this is roughly 14 inches. So I'm assuming the same for north and south, about 14 inches. So I have a 14-inch round sign that I'm going to be working with. Now inside my software of choice, whether that again is Cricut Design Studio, Silhouette Studio, it's Vinyl Master, maybe it's Leonardo Design Studio, it doesn't make a difference. We can create this really simply. So I'm going to take a simple shape of a circle. And for me, anytime I do anything with a round sign, I need to visually be able to see what the outcome is going to be. Just for me personally. If you're somebody that can eyeball it, right on you. For me, doing this for so long, I still have problems just eyeballing it, and then it comes out all wishy-wonky, you know what I'm saying? So with that said, I'm going to take this circle and I'm just going to make it 14 inches, and then I'm just going to center this to my actual design board. Now, this is just letting me set the foundation for this project. Now, I'll take this color and I'm going to make it an oddball color. We'll just go to yellow because it's also the closest to that color without going to an actual wood grain, but this will at least let me see visually what that output is going to look like. And then I'm going to simply take my design and I'm going to bring this to the front layer if it's not already. And now I'm going to take that that circle, and I'm just going to lock it into place. And the only reason I'm locking it into place is so I can't move it. So now I can do all of my artwork manipulation without actually affecting my blank, quote unquote, that I'm using, okay? So with that said, I want to go for this design. I can either scale it by centering it to the board and then scaling it manually, or I have the convenience of being able to change the width and the height. I think for this one though, I'm the kind of person I like to see a little border around my design. I think it looks cleaner for me. So I'm going to actually change the design itself to, let's go 13 inches, which should give me about a ½ inch, ¼ inch or so around all the edges of this sign. And I'm just going to basically fit it into place. And this is kind of like a dry fit. I'm just making sure that it's going to look clean on my, my actual finished good. And I want to make sure that the size is appropriate. Remember, when you're in this pack, when you get this pack from Creative Fabrica and Siser of our rainbow bundle, they are 12 by 12 sheets that are in here. So we also have to account for that when we are cutting. Now, you know the Romeo and Juliet high definition cutters, or as I'm going to start calling them, you know what? We're changing the name. It's the Romeo and Juliet professional cutting system. I think high definition sounds awesome, but you guys kind of know what that means, and the other half is like, what does that even mean? It's your new professional resource. So cutting off of a mat, I just need to make sure that my design is organized so that I'll cut on the mat properly, okay? So with that, I'm going to hop back into software. I'm simply going to select my design. It's at 13 inches, pretty comfortable with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit Send Design. Now, for anybody new to Leonardo Design Studio or anybody that gets hung up on these pages, we actually have now a new option that's going to be on this menu. And there will be an update video coming very soon on this, all the new updates that are inside Leonardo. However, we can now add a weed margin. And what that basically means is when we have an auto weed box, it will stop the blade from actually like advancing a little bit. So right now the blade kind of moves up and over slightly. That'll actually stop that. And wherever that blade is set on the lower platen of your machine, wherever that blade's set is where it's going to start, which is a cool update, I think, for anybody out there that was having problems with organizing their artwork. Now, I know because I'm working on 12 inches wide, I have a little bit more on the sheet that I grabbed than 12 inches. I'm going to actually rotate this design on my Send Design menu. You come in, dude. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply highlight the design, and I'm just going to send an area test. And all I'm doing is double checking the area test, making sure that my material or my blade won't fall off of my material when we're cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and hit area test. Make sure that we're not falling off. It looks like everything is working out really well for us. So the next step to do with this is just hit Send Design. Now, remember, when we are dealing with heat transfer vinyl, or if you haven't used heat transfer vinyl yet, anytime we make stickers, so adhesive vinyl, right, is what we'll talk about first. You are not mirroring your design, which means you're not flipping the orientation of your design, because everything on that design should be legible or readable to you. Now, with that said, when we're using heat transfer material, what we're going to do is we want to mirror, we want to reorient that design so that when we go to actually heat apply it, we're flipping it on over because we're using the help of a carrier sheet that's already married with our heat transfer material. Now, not to say, too, inside the Creative Fabrica website, I want to just mention this because we're using heat transfer vinyl, but while this is cutting out, I got to show you, I love this design in general, but they also have raster images, which means that there's all printable images as well. So not only do you get SVGs, like the words that you see above and below, but you'll also get printable images, which can be coupled, and you guys know, with our Easy Color DTV, or a directive vinyl product, which means that you don't need a fancy printer, you don't need a DTF, or it's essentially, I'm going to say it, I'll say it before anybody else, it is the at-home DTF solution, is Easy Color DTV. So with that said, you can have full printable designs as well right from the website. So you're getting fonts, you're getting designs, you're getting all the stuff in this thing, and that's why I'm super, super excited about it. It looks like this piece of our design is starting to finish getting cut out, but what we're going to do is I want to go back over really quickly to deal for anybody just chiming in for the very first time. For us here at Siser, we are doing an awesome, awesome collaborative deal with our friends over at Creative Fabrica. I know up in the chats on either Facebook or YouTube, we've already dropped our link so that you can just go directly to the Siser landing page. But if you don't, all you have to do is sign up or renew your Creative Fabrica subscription, and then they'll send you an email. You'll get an email as a reminder to fill out the giveaway form, and you get a fancy gift from us. So anybody that's new to the live that just chiming in, you'll get a great value pack of our rainbow sampler of Easy Weed. This comes with 12 different colors. You'll also get a couple pieces of literature, just really quick walkthrough instructions for how to use our Easy Color DTV, again, that at-home DTF solution, as well as a little information on Creative Fabrica and Siser. But plus you'll get a little toolkit, bingo, boop, boop, and then you'll also get a little brochure. And a little brochure, it might be little, but it's mighty with information. God, I got zingers today. I've got some zingers today. I like it. All right, so our first layer is done being cut. I'm going to set that to the side, and then we're going to use Easy Weed Red as well. That comes in the actual pack, the rainbow sampler too. So I'm just going to simply put that into the cutter, load it up, and as you guys already know, with the Romeo and the Juliet professional home cutting system, we don't need a cutting mat to actually make these projects. So I'm going to go right back into software, and I'm simply going to but I'm simply just going to run an area test to make sure that I'm not too wide to cut on the Juliet for this particular material. And if I am, then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate that design as well. So it looks like I am. Look, I'm so far off that it actually turned the machine off. It broke it. I'm just kidding. But the one cool aspect of the Romeo and the Juliet is that if you use that area test to your advantage, like you just saw me do, the machine itself will also alert you if it's going to fall too far out of the page and that motor may stop halfway through a cut. We want to let you know so that you can make your adjustments. So with that said, that's just telling me, Pat, why don't you go ahead and rotate your design? So I'm going to go ahead and rotate this particular part of my design. Excuse me. And then I'm going to run that same area test again, just to be safe, just to double check and make sure I'm not going to fall off of the material, much like you saw there. So what I need to do is I'm going to do one of two things. Let's try to just fix it so we don't have to worry about readjusting any of our material, because in theory this should fit if it fit on the other one. All right, let's go ahead and run an area test. This is why I love the area test. Because just like that, you guys saw me in real time. Now, for you guys at home, I'm a former Cricut user, so I'm going to say something that some might be happy with, some might not. I'm also a former Silhouette user. You guys know when the machines fail, a lot of times that means retracting the material on the mat all the way out of the machine, then bringing it back in, hitting load again, or doing the Cricut load button, and then you got to figure it out from there. Well, the power of the Juliet and the Romeo cutters is that you just have an area test that's readily available. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You don't even have to create a fake area test. It's already there for you. So we know that that works. We're good to go. I'm going to hit send to cutter and let this other layer cut out. But while I'm weeding this, let's go back over to some questions, comments. Let's see if anybody has anything to talk about.
There's a lot going on in the comments right now, but one point I did want to make too is that this deal is international.
Ooh, nice.
So it includes Canada, it includes Europe, and our friends in Australia and New Zealand, which is not common for us. So we get everybody in the party this time.
That's awesome. And just so you guys know too, I went through the actual prompts to get the deal, and everything is designated. So if you are in U.S., there is an option there for the giveaway. There is an option for Europe. There's an option for each branch. So you have, wherever you are in the world, you can access this design itself. So I do have to just look at this design really quick. Okay, so I take the stars out. Okay, just want to make sure that I had this correct. What's up? Oh, we got, really quickly, I should say, give Josue the mic. Actually, as we know, my phone autocorrects at Josie, so I'm sorry about that when I texted you. But we also have one of our newest video production interns that are hanging out with us too. Normally is working Wednesdays to Friday, but here on a Tuesday is Josue. Say hi, Josue.
I'm just here for Taco Tuesday. I was promised tacos at the end of this. I'm just kidding. Hi, everyone. I don't know how many viewers we got, but hello to everyone.
Nice.
Hope your Tuesday is going as great as mine.
I love it.
Hope y'all get tacos after their life. Not sponsored by any taco places, but they should.
We should get sponsored.
We should.
That would be fun.
We could make shirts for them or something.
Nice. Alrighty. So I'm just weeding out right now this design. I'm just taking all the stars out of the rounded portion of the design. Now, as you guys can see on the overhead too, sometimes weeding for anybody brand new to us can be a little bit cumbersome. We know that, right? The adhesive of the carrier sometimes sticks to the material, makes it a little difficult to weed out. But I want to show you guys, for any of our new folks, a really cool pro tip that you can use. If you have a heat press, and this one is called a clam style heat press, which means that it basically opens up like an alligator mouth. If you have a heat press, all you have to do is heat up the lower platen of your heat press itself for a few seconds. And then what I can do is actually lay down my Easy Weed until I start to feel the heat coming through the material just a little bit. And what this does is this just makes weeding that much easier for me. Check this out. I can just pull these off without any issue. Hopefully you guys can see these good. Alrighty. So now that we're getting all this weeded out, we'll go on to our red layer as well, weed that out, and let's check over on YouTube what kind of comments we got coming in. We got lots of people. Oh, Delonda. Hey, welcome to my live now. I feel like I'm always hanging out on yours. I love it. So Delonda's hanging out with us. Debbie Browning's still in there. Sherry is in there. Sonia's in here. Roseanne's in here. I love it. I love it all. All right. So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to remove those stars. Heart, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and balloons. Hopefully that's not copyright. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and weed out the rest of this design. And then we can move on to the red layer. Now the piece of wood that I'm using today is an already cut wood sign, round sign itself, and we got it over from one of our retail friends. And I think that these work really, really well. Now there's no particulars when it comes to what type of wood you're using, but there are some adjustments you'll have to make when you are using different thicknesses of wood, especially when you have something like a clam style heat press. Now I'm going to say for a project like this, because the material doesn't have to be like heat applied and really, really smushed down into the fibers of like say a garment or a shirt of any kind, this one can actually be used with a home iron too. And you guys can use your Cricut Easy presses for these ones. Now for me, just so you know, my time and temperature, anytime I'm doing anything on wood, because Easy Weed is a heat transfer material, but you can overcook the material, you can scorch the material if you're not careful. So I always say bring the temp down around 280 degrees. Going to be plenty of heat to release this material from the carrier, but also allow the material to actually be applied to the wood itself. So I'm just going ahead, cleaning up any of that. Excuse me, and I'm going to actually cut down this layer, the red, because I don't want to waste everything, and I will give this up to our advertising distribution for our next scrap giveaway too. So listen, we conserve around here at Siser, and we usually give it to you guys. Whoa, that was aggressive with the scissors. We normally give it to you guys. All right. Do we have any big questions coming in at all? Anything that we need to address?
One of the big ones was about Romeo and Juliet and what are the main differences between them.
Ooh, that's a really, really great question. So I'll start with the Juliet just because that's what's here. So the Juliet high definition cutter, or as I'm coining now, starting this live into foreverdom. That's a word. We'll make words up as we go. Don't worry about it. But it's the Romeo and Juliet professional cutting system, the pro cutters. The actual Juliet itself is coined as a 12-inch cutter. However, you can actually cut 13.5 inches from edge to edge. And big reason being is that the head of the machine moves into the actual cutter body itself. Now, with that said, the other pieces is the Juliet itself has a bottom door, and it also has a top hood that are attached. Kind of works as its own, I don't know, dust cover, if you could. But it's also great piece. I think it's a great piece of art, too, to just sit there. And I like to call it functional art. With that said, both cutters are identical in the way that they act, the way they operate, what features and attributes they have outside of. And Josue, you want to grab me that Romeo really quick? And I'll show the big difference between the Romeo and the Juliet. So for the Juliet, again, like I said, it's a 12-inch or 13.5-inch cutter. For the Romeo, there you go. You can get a good visual of the Romeo. This is our 24-inch professional at-home cutter, but you can actually go 25.5 inches. And again, that's because the head of the machine actually nests into the machine itself. Now, these are great. They're roughly 3 times faster than what you get in the average craft cutter out there. That's why we don't necessarily call them a craft cutter. And the real big benefit of both the Romeo and the Juliet is they cut matte and matteless. They both connect to Wi-Fi because Bluetooth, you guys know as Bluetooth people, connection issues are connection issues, and they can be a pain in our butt. So what we did is we went with the Wi-Fi to enhance the user experience, enhance the connectivity of the machine. And if you've seen our TikTok, or if you don't follow us on any of our other social platforms, be sure to, because we also just showed you the Romeo and Juliet can charge your phone too. So we've thought of everything. Not only did we think of having one of the best pieces of equipment out in the industry, something that's the most user-friendly to get started, but we're also thinking about your phone because you know just as much as I do, when I'm in the middle of doing a video, I need that power cord somewhere, and it just helps me to use less power cords and all that kind of jazz. So with that, I have now the red weeded out. All right. And as you guys always know, when we're doing anything that has multiple layers, I like to pre-layer or set my design up before I even get started. So I'm going to take my piece of wood here, and here's a debate in the comments, and I'm actually curious to know Creative Fabrica's response on this one too. When you're making a wood sign, are you a wood grain north and south type of person? Or are you a wood grain east and west? And for anybody out there that's like, dang it, Patrick, now I'm thinking about it, and I never thought about that before, these are the kind of things that keep me up at night when I craft, is like, what direction am I gonna go with a wood grain? So I've decided for this one, it's best we're gonna go north and south on the wood grain, but curious to know what you guys think and what your experience is so far. So I'm going to start by lining up my design the way that I wanna see it on the actual board itself, and then I'm going to add in my red layer. Now, as you can see, it gets really difficult when we're dealing with two sticky layers together, right? The Easy Weed has an adhesive layer that's part of that carrier. So let me show you a pro tip. You guys know you come to my lives and come to Siser Lives, we're chock full of pro tips. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna throw some parchment paper over it. And I'm going to use the parchment paper to my advantage because I can see through the parchment paper, but I won't stick to the actual design itself. So it gives me a chance to lay my design down clean. I've left a little overhang so I can stick now that material down. And all I have to do is remove my parchment paper and then just slowly put that back down, not super fast, but put that back down, and I get the rough idea of the structure of my design itself. So a really quick and easy tip that you can use. Now we're using a 9 by 11 heat press for this, okay? And like I said, I'm at about 280 degrees. I'm gonna actually go up to about 290 for this one. So normally with an Easy Weed product, it presses anywhere from 305 to 310 degrees for about 10 to 15 seconds. So in this case, what we're doing is we're bringing the temp down just a little bit because we're not compensating for a fabric. What's up, Adam?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Where can this heat press be purchased?
Ooh, wherever Siser can be purchased. So I know that we have them in retail as well as some of our distributors have them as well. So, but reach out to us if you do need a source for anything Siser material related. Reach out to us over at info@siserna.com, and we can get you the nearest reseller, distributor, or retail space closest to you. So, and especially for some folks that come to us and say, you know what, I'm unsure, is this a legitimate source for heat transfer, or is this a legitimate source for you guys? We'll let you know. We will make sure that you are aware and let you know. Now, I haven't said the magic G word in this live, but I want to say, because we are with our friends at Creative Fabrica and we're doing a joint live together, if we have any spam accounts that come out, I even said the spam word, so we're probably going to get them now, and I'm sorry. Check your accounts, guys. Make sure that you're paying attention. If you get anything from Creative Fabrica and you're unsure about it, you get anything from Siser and you're unsure about what you're receiving, make sure to reach out to us at info@siserna or hi@creativefabrica.com, and we'll make sure that you're off to the right sources, okay? Now, I know a lot of you are saying, why are you applying heat to a piece of wood? That's ridiculous. Listen, at the end of the day, wood also hoards moisture just like a shirt. So it's habit for me to kind of pre-press anything that I'm applying to when it comes to heat transfer material out of force of habit, but also by helping to heat up that piece of wood a little bit, it's gonna help with the transfer process as well for us. So I'm gonna go ahead, my wood grain is still facing up, and I'm going to lay down my 2 layers together, and I know together sounds crazy to most, but the reason why I'm doing that is I want to make sure that the whole design will be centered and will look really, really nice when I'm done. And then before I actually press my first layer, I'm now going to remove all of the top layers. In this case, I only have one more. All of my top layers except for that bottom layer. Now, for this type of design, it's kind of easy because it is a rounded edge, and that's my largest piece. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up. In this one, I'm going to have to press in a couple different presses. But if you're unsure about how high your platen is and you don't want to smush too much, I always just loosen it all the way up. apply it down, and I kind of hand tighten by the time I get to around 10 seconds or so. So you'll see throughout this process too, I might press a couple different times just to make sure that my Easy Weed is all down appropriately. And then after that, I'll do some test peeling as well as part of my process. So let's go ahead and press that part.
I also just wanted to give you guys a reminder, because we got some people chiming in from all over the world, that
Awesome,
the Creative
awesome.
Fabrica deal and free gift from us are available not just in the US, not just in Canada, but also in Europe and New Zealand and Australia.
Everywhere. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm bringing this over to the table. I'm bringing it to the table, and I'm just doing some quick, slow peel on it. Now I can still feel the heat from some of the design, but we're just making sure that no parts of the design lift up. That looks pretty dang good, if you ask me.
The smell in here reminds me of a wood shop class.
That's it. Yeah.
I love it.
That's it. All I need. Yeah, I just need. I need like a table saw in here. I should have just made the piece of wood too. So here's a good tip as well. So you can see in this design, okay, that, well, you might not be able to see on camera, but parts of the design are a little bit misaligned, okay, which sometimes with heat transfer material can add, or one of the things that can be caused is a little bit of shrinkage in the material. In this case, because we have 3 simple elements to add in, as Adam's doing his question, what you're going to see from me is I'm going to actually just separate all 3 pieces of this design, and I'll just hand place those after we're done. What's up, Adam?
Could you also do this application on stained or painted pieces of wood?
Hey, for whoever asked that, great question, because I actually started painting the back, and then Anna said, hey, make sure that you try it out just one last time, and I didn't. But I will say this, for me personally, I have painted wood, I have stained wood as well. I will say with stains, because they will actually cause the wood grain to like swell a little bit, applying heat transfer vinyl might not always be the best ticket, but pressure sensitive works perfectly fine. If we're painting though, make sure that you stick to like an acrylic paint. That's what I use at home. For my wife and I, we use just acrylic paint. We've never had a problem heat applying anything. So hopefully that answered the question. But also part of the reason why I'm showing you me cutting all 3 of these elements to apply them separately is, like I said, sometimes sometimes a design tends to shrink a little bit, and in this case, that's what happened with the blue layer. So what I'm going to do is make sure that on both sides of this blue, remember, if you want to make it look even, keep all the elements even, okay? So if I'm going to account for a little overhang on the left side of my wood sign, I'm going to make sure that I compensate for the same amount on the other side, okay? And really, that's just to make sure that when we get to the final press, that once that layer, if that layer were to shrink a little bit, that everything is even and consistent, okay? So I have my one element on there. Take my little Uncle Sam hat. Is this hat back here, Anna, a Judy special or
Probably.
Uncle Sam hat?
Probably.
Oh, by the way, shout out to super intern Brooke for making these shirts. So her and her friends. This is the cool part about Siser. Not only are these guys in here, you know, Josue's been able to learn, Adam being newer is learning a ton from the team overall, but everybody's taking it one step further. I want to give her a quick props on this live because not only did her and her friends hand tie-dye all of these shirts for the 4th of July, but I love the design that they use. It's a great application resource over at Creative Fabrica and something we were able to pull, but this is direct to vinyl, so this is a printable. Okay, and then everything else is either direct to vinyl or it's Easy Weed, but it says you can't spell sausage without USA. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a great treat on the 4th of July. So shout out to Brooke. What's up, Anna?
I was just gonna say really quick, would you mind going over what the deal? We got some new people chiming in
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely. So we are doing an awesome collaborative deal with our friends over at Creative Fabrica. I know up in the chat a little bit towards the beginning, Anna over on Facebook and Adam over on YouTube have posted out our link to this awesome deal. So make sure you check up in the comments and scroll up. But we're doing an awesome deal where you are going to sign up $47. Listen, $47. All right, that's it. Less than $50, you're getting over 15 million assets from our friends over at Creative Fabrica for their incredible subscription deal that they have going on right now. And one of the cool parts about it is when you sign up, you're going to get an email that will give you a link to claim your free gift from Siser. So as part of that gift, Like I mentioned before, you're going to get the Rainbow Sampler Pack, which comes with 12 sheets, a variety of different colors in this Rainbow Sampler, and you can kind of see them all around here. I'll go over them one more time. We got royal blue, green, navy blue, and purple. We also have black, silver, white, gold. We have yellow, red, pink, and we have orange. So all of these will be available to you. You just fill out a quick form, let us know, and this is open worldwide. So share it with your friends. Make sure if you just are chiming in too, hashtag replay after this live, but also make sure that you're still hitting that share button during the lives so that everybody can get involved. And if you already have Creative Fabrica account, that were about to prompt me, I saw the mic moving. If you already have a Creative Fabrica account, sign up anyways. Extend that account. Extend that subscription. You know you're going to end up extending it anyways. This is just your opportunity to get a free gift for extending your subscription. So what the more reason? I mean, the whole little bundle pack, this little giveaway is like a $50 value by itself. So you're making yourself an awesome, we'll just call it an early Christmas present. This is your 4th of July gift. Go freedom. All right, so with that said, I'm just going to lay down the rest of these elements. Lay down this hat, which again, I'm just compensating to make sure I'm compensating for any shrinkage, and to tie in this red and the hat, kind of keep these together. I kept my carrier a little fat on the just simple line, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down, which will also adhere to not only this carrier sheet, but also the hat carrier sheet to kind of keep everything in place. Now, I think I might be able to get away-ish with I'm going to cover it still. We're just going to cover it up.
One thing to add, actually, Melissa made a great comment over on YouTube saying, of course, our heat transfer vinyls work with wood, but the fun thing about it is that it breaks all the rules when it comes to layering. So when you can't typically layer glitter and puff and things like that, now you can. On top of wood.
I love it. That was a great tip. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and then do this side. And as you guys saw too, what I am doing is I'm covering this up with parchment paper for this particular one, but you can use I can say the T word, Teflon. You can use Teflon sheet. You can use, when we call it cover sheet, a non-glossy butcher paper, a parchment paper, a Teflon sheet, grill paper, and all of the above are usable. So let's go ahead and do a quick just test peel. It looks like this corner might not be down all the way, but that's okay, because what we'll do is we're going to get to the point where everything is adhered, and we're comfortable with peeling that off, and then what we'll go ahead and do is we can tack down that one side afterwards. Let's check our other line here. And again, I'm just peeling a little bit slower than I would say on a t-shirt, because with wood, sometimes you can get uneven presses, sometimes things can happen. And we want to make sure that we account for all of those, because as creators, crafters, and business owners, there's nothing more stressful and frustrating is when you get a full project done and you're super excited to peel it, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, right? So with that said, I'm just going to apply this again, and I'm only tacking this down. If you are new to the live, we went over on Leonardo Design Studio where you can learn a little bit about each of these materials. But if you are newer, typically we're applying a heat transfer material for 305 to 310 degrees Fahrenheit for roughly 10 to 15 seconds or so. When we're doing things like we're using wood, because wood retains heat, I only need to really tack this down for about 6 seconds, 5 to 6 seconds. And just like that, we'll display that on the overhead. We got a really, really cool finished project that we were able to make. Sweet, sweet freedom. Let everybody see that. And while we're already showing this too on the overhead as well, let me clear the table of my absolute disaster of a mess here that I cause every week. But we're also going to throw in here as well, when you sign up for the deal with Creative Fabrica or you extend your current all-access subscriptions, again, getting access to 15 million plus fonts, designs, graphics, everything that you want, you'll also get an email to allow yourself to enter and get one of these rainbow sampler packs. So not only will you get that, you'll also get a really, really nice tweezer and weeder set on us here at Siser. And then you'll have, again, a couple pieces of information, as well as a really, really fancy schmancy brochure. And I want to point out in this brochure, this is why I get so geeked about it, okay? On the back page, or second to last page in our brochure, is an awesome guide for you at home if you are somebody that's using our material. It lists every single line of material that we have, what they apply to, what certifications they have, and also time, temperature, and pressure settings for everything, as well as a guide, a really easy to read guide for any of our pressure sensitive or sticker type material. So there's a ton of really cool information in here, ton of inspiration style projects as well, and things that you can actually go to right away. Like I know each page also comes equipped with a QR code, which will take you to either directly to the landing page for that product, maybe a video tutorial, a whatsoever. Everything. But check this out. I love this. Here, we'll go this way. That's for you guys at home. Check that out. So I can dress this up. I can drill 2 holes. I can put a little a door hanger on it. I can throw a cool little cute bow on it. I can throw some garland underneath. There's a lot I could do, or I could have just simply painted this all white, had a really awesome quick wood sign that we were able to make. So with that, I'm going to go over the deal one last time with you guys, just so you know, and for anybody that might be chiming in towards the end, because I've been seeing the views go up and up, so it might mean there's some new people in here. Siser, we are teaming up with our friends at Creative Fabrica to offer a really, really awesome bundle when you sign up for an all-access membership or you extend your current all-access membership. Right now, they're giving it for just $47, 47 buckaroons, 47 doubloons, reals. Give me some other money out there. Pesos, everything. It doesn't. Well, I can't say that because also tax may apply in different countries and stuff. So don't yell at me if it's not 47 everywhere. But here, U.S. based, $47 USD. And you also get a chance. You'll get an email that will allow you to get your hands on the Rainbow Bundle Pack. Comes with 12 sheets as well as some awesome gifts as with that pack too. So we're really excited to see what you have. Creative Fabrica is an awesome website, like I said in the top of this video, where you have a ton of assets and elements that not only work for adhesive vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, as well as our DTF at-home solution, and that is Easy Color DTV. So with that, do we got any other questions? What's up, Adam?
Yeah, Debbie Brownie said that you could do glitter for the fireworks.
Debbie, why didn't I think of that? And thank you for that. So yes, to that point, there is a laundry list. I'm just talking about our Easy Weed. For this one, there is a laundry list of materials, just like Debbie had said, and just like I know a few of you probably mentioned in the chats. There are a ton of options here at Siser, and I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with. But I'm going to challenge you guys, okay, for this one. Do we have a hashtag built for this? What's our hashtag?
CF Siser Christmas in July.
Ooh, CF Siser Christmas in July. So we'll make sure to get that hashtag in, but make sure that you make something fun with your CF bundle. With your All Access from Creative Fabrica, with your Siser bundle. And I want to see these. We want to see these. So make sure that you hit us with hashtag again.
CF Siser Christmas in July.
Bingo. And I know that those will be in the comments too. So make sure that you tag us. Make sure that you're hashtagging. Make sure that we can see what your fun final projects are. And you guys already know, between Anna and I, a couple knuckleheads, we may end up doing another giveaway at some point. We don't know. You never know what's going to happen, especially when you get the two of us together thinking about you guys in the audience. And Siser upstairs is very, very excited about this. I hope that you guys have an incredible 4th of July. As we always say, if you have any questions, or as I've said, sorry, for this live, if you have any questions about the Creative Fabrica super awesome bundle that they have going on, make sure that you reach out to hi@creativefabrica.com, and their awesome support team is going to be able to help you out. If you guys have any questions, problems, concerns with anything Siser material related, the Romeo and Juliet professional cutting systems, our heat presses, our anything, make sure you reach out to us at support@caesarna.com, or you reach out to us at info@caesarna.com if you need somewhere where you can buy more of this. Anna, you got anything else?
No, I was just going to add that hi@creativefabrica.com. If you guys have any other questions that aren't answered in the terms and conditions, Creative Fabrica can help you out with all of those questions.
Awesome, awesome. And also, too, I believe on the landing page, too, there is a frequently asked questions section. Make sure you read through that if you have any questions. That'll probably help answer some of those questions for you as well. But with that, do we have anything else? Cool. Everybody good? All right, awesome. Listen, like I said, follow us along on all social platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. We're everywhere. So Siser North America on all platforms. Make sure you tag us. Make sure you tag me too, because I want to see some of these things. Patrick, Ollie, Siser, and A. Make sure you tag me, because I want to be able to share some of this stuff as well. So with that said, I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Have yourselves a happy 4th of July. Hopefully you get some time off work. You get some time to enjoy a little bit of a middle of the week, which is, I feel like it's going to be weird for everybody, but we'll get through it. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Love you. Bye, everybody.